Alright, so I was praying on this and I was very excited, and I am very excited. Father, please speak through me so that our children can know you and understand who you are in me, through me, for them, for everyone, and they are comforted, happy, and feel loved by the truth. So, it's important that when you're trying to figure something out, you pray on it. And there's commentary that I use to explain things to people. It's like hidden jewels, hidden treasures. With the invention, so to speak, of the internet, you all have access to the truth. You just have to have that resonating spirit inside of you that tells you this is the truth. The question: what are the seven spirits of God? Answer: the seven spirits of God are mentioned in Revelation 1:4, 3:1, 4:5, and 5:6. The seven spirits of God are not specifically identified, so it's impossible to be dogmatic. It's impossible to be dogmatic. It's impossible to be dogmatic. Revelation 1:4 mentions that the seven spirits are before God's throne. Revelation 3:1 indicates that Jesus Christ holds the seven spirits of God. So, what I'm excited about is explaining to people what only begotten Son means. God's one and only begotten Son. I am the direct descendant and spirit of everything you see. And what I was waiting for was my seventh spirit to come back, because I'm only Jesus Christ when I have all seven. And that spirit returned about 3 months ago from a well-known evangelist. So I have been working on something for the last 7 years that has came to fruition, that is set up now, where I can travel and I can repay with kindness, love, and amazing stories, and personally spend time with the people that have been kind to me when I needed it, when I was broken and alone and rejected and everything like that, throughout my entire life. This time, and other lifetimes. And one thing that I've always, no matter how much people may have not understood what was going on, is I remember acts of kindness. I remember acts of love. And the thing between me and Mary Magdalene has a lot to do with how my body was treated. And a lot of other things. But her story and her, I'm going to say, truth that was written down, I was very unhappy with how she was treated and how that was received. I thought it was very arrogant. And I had some very, very, Spirit's telling me leave it at that. But what I want people to understand is love does not have to be loved back to be loved. And I want people to not do what human beings do, which is to say, I used to look like this. I used to be able to do that. Those were my glory days. Those days are over. Don't think like that. I want people to understand holiness is your obedience to God. Holiness is when you think and you act, are you doing it for someone else's best interest? Holiness is love. Holiness is, are you willing to sacrifice yourself so someone else can be happy? Are you willing to take the rejection? Are you willing to be thought of in a negative sense, knowing, well, they don't understand? And I also want Peter's name right below mine. Because I said to Peter once, I said, someday this is going to be a path that you're going to be on. And what I was saying to him was like, I'm going to go through it so you can watch, and I want you to remember, but I don't want you to be thinking about this is going to happen every moment of your existence like I had to. So I waited for Peter, and Peter's was over pretty quick, and Peter didn't go through his entire lifetime thinking, when is this going to happen? When I was doing it, there was no comfort. There was just, when I reached a certain age, I lived in fear. So I learned how to enjoy the moments. I learned how to find comfort in little things. And that is a blessing that I gave myself. And it's also something Peter eventually learned. And I feel, as far as a Bible teacher and the doctrines that were created, if they were going to be created, should have been from my teachings. But if something softer was needed, Peter, Hebrews, because he wrote Hebrews, 1 John, 2 John, those should have been where we started. So there was a lot that I wanted restored. So right now I'm on an evangelist path that's more pleasant. And for the first time in 7 years, I'm not huddled next to a Coca-Cola machine or something waiting for a lost sheep. Because what I was doing was I was being the evidence. If I was there at the right time with the right words, and I was ministering to somebody yesterday, and I said, when someone came to you, who did they say sent you? Or sent? Who did they say sent them? And he said, Jesus. And I said, so it's that simple. When it happens in someone's life, you don't have to prove anything. So it's an amazing time to be alive. It's an amazing time to be a part of this story. It's an amazing time if you're able to flip your mind by renewing your mind in the scripture and praying and getting God's perspective on everything. You have so much that you can use to be happy. And that's really what I want the world to know and see. That the Bible is true. To love, be loved, and enjoy life. All right, I love you.